Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Washington Post World, September 1st, 1226 America, New York. Live Afghanistan updates. Taliban-ruled country in darkest hour of need, UN says. The global body also urged the Taliban to ensure hard-won women's rights aren't reversed in a possible return to its severe interpretation of Islamic law. Washington Post World, September 1st, 1201 America, New York. The war is over. But Afghanistan's crises are only getting worse. Beyond Taliban rule, Afghans are coping with drought, hunger, a tanking currency and an economy teetering on collapse. Washington Post World, September 1st, 1141 America, New York. Fancy a beer in Britain? In some pubs, supplies are running low. The shortages in the pint-loving country are being blamed on Brexit and the coronavirus pandemic.
Time, September 1st, 1140 America, New York. What Hurricane Ida means for Louisiana's COVID-19 problem. On Thursday, as Hurricane Ida loomed as a Category 4 storm that threatened massive flooding, high winds and power outages along Louisiana's Gulf Coast, health administrators at Marrero Healthcare Center, located just northeast of where Ida made landfall, decided to evacuate upwards of 80 residents to safer ground.
World CBS News, com. September 1st, 1133 America, New York. U.S. housing 17,000 Afghan evacuees in 5 states, 40,000 overseas. The Biden administration is using 8 military bases and 2 facilities across the U.S. to house Afghan evacuees, including those who aided the U.S. war effort.
New York Times World News, September 1st, 1132 America, New York. Gail Omvedt, 81, dies. India became her home, the caste system her cause. An American-born sociologist, she moved to India in the 1970s, helped pioneer the study of castes and drew attention to the lives of the country's most oppressed.
Time, September 1st, 1131 America, New York. Amazon plans to add 40,000 workers to U.S. corporate ranks. Amazon says it plans to add more than 40,000 people to its corporate ranks in the U.S., a hiring spree the company is calling its biggest ever recruiting and training event. Time, September 1st, 1124 America, New York. Let's not rush to judgment about the withdrawal from Afghanistan. As I listen to the commentators discuss the current situation in Afghanistan, the central question does not seem to be whether we should leave the country, but why it happened so fast and chaotically.
September 1st, 1118 America, New York. This man has fled Afghanistan twice. Why this time is more painful. CNN's Barbie Nadeau speaks with activists who worked in Afghanistan before the Taliban's takeover. They say hope for the Afghanistan they worked for is gone.
RT World News, September 1st, 1112 America, New York. Germany presses for Iran to come back to nuclear deal talks following concerns over new uranium enrichment levels. The German government has pushed for Iran to re-enter stalled talks about the revival of the 2015 nuclear deal after reports that Iranian uranium enrichment levels have reached a new high.
BBC News World, September 1st, 1109 America, New York. Afghanistan. Taliban parade captured vehicles through Kandahar. The militant group showcased equipment captured during their takeover of Afghanistan.
September 1st, 1105 America, New York. These ancient climate change events helped early humans migrate across the Arabian desert. Stone tools and ancient animal fossils have revealed that early humans were in Arabia 400,000 years ago. Prehistoric climate change may have encouraged their travels across what are now vast stretches of desert, according to new research. September 1st, 1104 America, New York. With 4 months left in 2021, here's where the U.S. stands with COVID-19. September marks a year and a half since the World Health Organization, WHO, declared the COVID-19 outbreak a pandemic and the United States issued a national emergency because of the virus. September 1st, 1102 America, New York. Washington Post. GOP congressman threatened U.S. Embassy staff in trying to enter Afghanistan. Republican Representative Markwayne Mullin threatened U.S. Embassy staff in Tajikistan, outraged that they would not assist him in carrying a huge amount of money through the country as he attempted to travel to Afghanistan for an unauthorized evacuation effort, The Washington Post reported.
Time: September 1st. 10:58 America, New York. How Texas's abortion ban marks a new legal strategy for abortion restrictions. A Texas law that bans abortion as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy took effect at midnight on Wednesday after the Supreme Court failed to act on emergency requests from abortion providers.
RT World News. September 1st. 10:58 America, New York. Italy's COVID Green Pass extended to cover domestic travel in bid to boost vaccination rate. Italy extended the coverage of its COVID Green Pass on Wednesday, requiring any individual traveling via train, plane, ferry, or inter-regional coach to have received at least one dose of a COVID vaccine before traveling.
September 1st. 10:57 America, New York. Cases, hospitalizations and death rates are soaring across the country as kids, including those still ineligible for the COVID-19 vaccine, return to school. As students and staff return to school, the highly transmissible Delta variant of COVID-19 has caused cases, hospitalizations and death rates to soar across the country. September 1st. 10:57 America, New York. When school isn't safe, you feel like you are sending your child into a lion's den. What finally did it for Nathan, the parent of a young child at a small Catholic school in California, was the seating chart that showed how a teacher infected at least 12 of 24 students in her class with the coronavirus. September 1st. 10:52 America, New York. Welcome to September, historically the worst month for stocks. If you're an investor who knows your market history, you might be tempted to tune out for a bit and start singing Green Day's "Wake Me Up When September Ends." The ninth month is traditionally the worst of the year for stocks. September 1st. 10:51 America, New York. Planned Parenthood CEO says Texas abortion law is emblematic of vigilante justice. Hear why. Alexis McGill, CEO and president of Planned Parenthood Federation of America, speaks with CNN's Jim Sciutto after Texas enacted a law that bars abortions at 6 weeks.
Washington Post World. September 1st. 10:45 America, New York. Russian brokered ceasefire takes hold in southern Syria. Syrian and opposition media are reporting that a Russian negotiated ceasefire has taken effect in a volatile southern city, ending weeks of violence.